guys, welcome back to Terminology Thursday. I'm Mike Taylor with REMAX Precision.
And I'm Sara Fuller with Midwest Family Lending.
And today, Sara, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, so this is a little funny. I don't want to throw everybody off here, but I want to talk about something that you deal with.
Okay, it's a little odd.
It's the purchase agreements.
Yeah, that's normally something I handle, but
You're right.
Where are you going with this?
So there's a lot of information in that purchase agreement, Mike.
Yeah.
It's 4, 5, 6 pages, and it's packed with information in there.
And it better be filled out right.
Or else.
Because if it's not in writing,
right,
it doesn't exist.
happen. Right. And there's a lot of information in there. There's a particular section regarding finance. And when somebody comes to you and says, hey, Mike, I want to buy a house and I want to offer $160,000, that's not all that goes on that purchase agreement. It's not $160,000 and closing tomorrow.
Nope. There's a whole lot of moving parts.
Exactly. So some of the things that are in there that are really important for the buyers to be able to get in that purchase agreement, closing date. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but we have to deal with the timeline of the attorneys for the title work, the appraisers for the appraisal. So there's a lot of things we've got to
Closings don't happen in 10 days anymore, do they?
No, they don't. They absolutely don't. So there's a lot of timeline that we've got to work out.
Yep. Closing
costs. If the borrower needs closing costs, what kind of mortgage they're getting.
Sure.
It's very important to have that in the purchase agreement so that way the appraiser knows, so that way they know what kind of appraisal that they need to do also. So
it doesn't cause revisits for the appraiser, which cost extra money.
Right.
If we spend a little bit of time communicating.
Oh, there's a good word.
Up front,
Uh-huh.
it solves a whole lot of problems on the back
It
side.
does. It really does. Open communication, you, me, buyer, seller. It just makes for a nice rounded transaction when everybody knows what's going into the contract. And the other day I had a seller saying, oh, that's okay. If we don't close, we can close October 4th. I was like, it's not in the contract. We don't just pick a date.
Yeah. PFTA, plucked from thin air, right?
Plucked from thin air, PFTA. I hadn't heard that one before. My nieces or nephews probably, text that to me and I had no idea what it meant and I just give them a thumbs up or something.
Things we learned. But
right?
How do you feel if I was a listing agent calling you and asking you questions about whether you could hit a proposed closing date or something like that?
That is, again, that communication to where it opens up the lines so that way everybody's on that same page, everybody understands timeline, and the thing that we've got coming up here, Labor Day.
Yeah.
Holidays, major holidays take a huge hit in timelines.
It's usually not just one day.
Right. Labor Day is a day, but people take off the Friday before, or maybe even the Thursday before, maybe at noon on Wednesday before. And then they don't come back on Monday, they come back on Tuesday, or maybe even
And then it takes them till at least 10 o'clock to get going.
Right, exactly. So it's not just Labor Day, it's not just a day in there. There's a lot of things that get built up in there. So if an agent were to call me, a listing agent, whatever, it really opens things up and helps things be proper on the purchase agreement.
In fact, Holly and I were negotiating a contract last week.
Okay.
And the buyer's agent proposed September 6th as the closing date.
Isn't that actual Labor
This
Day?
year, that's Labor Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a fast transaction.
Ooh, boy, tell me about it. But
yes.
We moved dates around because of that, because of those two items.
Yeah.
But we would have never known that if we hadn't been able to talk to the lender up front.
Exactly. And that purchase agreement, again, has 4 or 5 pieces of paper, but it's jam-packed with information.
Sure.
So when filling out a purchase agreement, Mike will fill it out because he's the licensed one to fill it out, or Holly, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'll help them with the information to fill it out correctly. So if you guys have any questions about purchase agreements, how to write it up, what to do with it, how to do anything, let Mike or I know. We'd love to help you guys, or Holly, sorry. Holly's not standing by. Normally when Holly's standing by, I can point to her, but get that out, sorry.
It's all right. It's all good.
So anyway, reach out to Mike or I. Let us know if you guys have any questions. We'd love to help you out, and we'll address it on Terminology Thursday. So hopefully you guys have a great week.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.